Thank you, Delmarva. You have helped put another of our Monday's Most Wanted behind bars, and today on Delmarva Life, we're going to enlist your help again with another list of men and women with outstanding warrants. Plus, find out how your anonymous tip could leave you with a $5,000 reward.
Something else your help is needed for? The fight against breast cancer. Coming up, we'll introduce you to a young woman who's battling stage 4, another woman who's overcome the disease, and the organization that's helping both of them and others in the biggest fight of their lives. Plus, find out what your feet have to do with them winning.
Okay, so Mother's Day is over, so the official flower planting season is on, and so are the questions. Which plants belong in the shade? Which plants are better in the sun? And how am I going to know if a tree needs to be cut down or can be saved? We're going to help you with the answers to those questions and find out how your landscaping could impact the value of one of your biggest investments.
Another huge investment, your children. They can't wait for the rite of passage to get their driver's license, leaving many of us parents dreading them hitting the open road. Coming up, learn how your teen can have their driving freedom with you still knowing their every move. It's a win-win for everyone.
Did somebody say bacon?
Nah, Jimmy, I think you're hearing things.
Maybe I'm just dreaming about bacon. Anyway, you probably know that I love bacon, so who better to put the perfect bacon bowl to the test? We're going to find out if it holds up to its perfect promise. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
What an absolutely gorgeous Mother's Day. Blue sky, sunshine. Perfect.
Did you have a good one?
I did.
Had fun?
I did. Thank you so much.
Well, did you know that it's American Craft Beer Week to celebrate the culture and community of craft brewers across the U.S.? According to thecraftbeer.com, there are 13 craft breweries in Delaware. There are 41 of them in Maryland, and in Virginia there are 67, and it all turns out to be an exciting opportunity for craft brewers to commemorate their art and tradition with enthusiasts across the country.
Ooh, so I think I'll have me a craft brew.
Celebrate past Mother's Day.
Yeah, that.
That works.
I understand it was a golden anniversary in Dover this weekend as well.
Yes, it was. Air crew and maintainers for the U.S. Air Force C-133 Cargo Master, which flew from 1956 to 1971, gathered at the Air Mobility Command Museum. This was the final get-together for the crews and colleagues from all over the country. Only 48 of these birds were built and flown, and with that number divided between Travis Air Force Base in California and Dover Air Force Base. So you may be asking why the last get-together. Well, the U.S. Air Force Senior Master Sergeant Hank Baker of Dover said, "We're all up in our 70s and 80s, and some of us are even in our 90s. We can't get around as much as we used to."
Well, it's interesting that you should bring that up. There's a new historical book available that has to do with the aviation in the state of Delaware. This is really exciting, I guess, for my husband and for you.
Oh,
Delaware Aviation is released from Arcadia Publishing and has over 200 vintage photos gathered in its 128 pages. Take a look at this picture. You won't see this in the book, though. This is the first aircraft built in Delaware called the Delaplane. It was built at a cost of $6,000. Now, the reason it's not in the book is because it didn't meet the publisher's quality requirements. So pretty interesting. I know Maryland already has an aviation book like that, so it's nice to see one for Delaware as well.
Now I know what I want for Father's Day. Just laying that out there. The Queen Anne's County Center for the Arts is honoring this year's participants of the START program for students, teachers, and artists. Each year, working artists come into the 4 middle schools in the county for a one-on-one mentoring program with the students. The students are going to be honored at the reception, which begins at 5:30 Friday, and then their artwork is to be displayed through the end of the month at the Center for the Arts.
And staying up on the Upper Shore, the 2013-14 Family Series is wrapping up at Chesapeake College, and it's going out with a bang, or at least a house falling on a witch. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The American Family Theater is bringing The Wizard of Oz to the Todd Performing Arts Center. The presentation will be followed by a special book event in the lobby where the show's characters will sign books and pose for photos. Tickets are $9. And if you want some more information, call the box office. Here's the number, 410-827-5867.
And there's another one coming up too.
And there's another production of a classic story, this one by the Second Street Players, children's dessert Theater. That's in Delaware. Beauty and the Beast will be performed this weekend. This is Libby Dissinger. She plays Beauty. Director Sharon Buchanan brings the enchanted world to the Riverfront Theater stage. Now, this large cast ranges in ages from 4 years old to over 40 years old. And performances are Friday, May 16th, Saturday, May 17th. Those performances are 7 p.m. And then Sunday, May 18th at 1 p.m. at the Riverfront Theater on South Walnut Street in Milford. Tickets can be purchased at the door. Now, the Friday night performance is a special pay what you can. Saturday and Sunday are $10 for adults, $5 for children 18 and younger.
Well, summertime is just about here, and it felt like it today.
Did.
Didn't it? Well, knowing that the tourists are coming this way, does it make you nuts when somebody on the road doesn't use their turn signal?
Uh-huh.
Well, in an attempt to get drivers to signal they're getting creative in Boston, use your blinker. Massachusetts officials wanted to put the message into terms that only those in the state would understand.
Oh my goodness, that's
blinker.
great. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, a new form of breast cancer treatment has some researchers very optimistic. Find out what's left patients feeling energized and less anxious. Plus, you can help defeat breast cancer. It's as simple as coming out and moving your feet. We'll tell you how next.
Well, from your health to the health of your yard, a little bit later on, Landscaping 101. How you can spruce up your space no matter what your budget. We're even learning what plants are best whether you live in the sun or in the shade. Gardening expert Jenny Rosenkrantz is here to help.
Now let's head inside to the kitchen. Are you one of those people who try to add bacon to everything? The Bacon Bowl may just help you do that. We'll put it to the test. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.